just me and my guitar.
Hey guys, Mark back here from Mark's Aquatics. If you look behind me there, you can see all the... We're going to go and have a look all the way around here today. We're going to look at some bunkers, some German gun emplacements, which the island's full of. As you can see there, there's one right in front of you. But what we're going to do today is we're going to have a look through. We're going to have a look through some of the bunkers, have a chat about them, how they were camouflaged, what went on in them. And I hope you enjoy it. So stick around and we'll go for a walkabout and look at some rock pools and let's see what we can find. All right, guys. See you in a minute. Here you go, guys. Come across an amazing little rock pool here, or a little pooliverse as I call them. All different types of seaweeds in here. Got some sea lettuce in the bottom, as we call it here, and I don't know probably you call it where you come from. But there's all different types. It's like a little aquarium, it really is. Absolutely beautiful. Here you go, guys, we've got a couple of green crabs down there and a nice big goby. You can see the goby there sticking his head out. Big old chap there hiding in his hole. He's come out to see what these two crabs are up to, which are paired up and breeding, locked together. And there's lots of little ones buzzing around as well on the rocks. Little baby gobies and shannies and blennies. But they've seen me and everything's come to a standstill. They've been spied on, they've been rumbled. Yes, a lovely sight to see. Okay, what we'll do now, we'll leave these guys alone to their privacy. And I think what we'll do is now we'll have look at a couple of more rock pools on the way up, and then I'll take you inside some of the old World War II German bunkers for a look. I know some of you guys aren't going to be that interested in this kind of stuff, but while I'm here, some of you may be, so you may like it, and share it with your friends if you know they're into this World War II stuff or know someone who does. So we'll have a look at those as well, okay? There you go, how's that for a lovely big rock pool? Absolutely stunning, that is. All different types of creatures in there. You'll have all the shrimps and the gobies, the blennies. Could be a little shoal of mullet in there as well. It's that big. This one never dries out. This one comes up with the tide and refills every tide, and the tide comes up and goes down, it refills it with some fresh sea water. And there's all kinds of different things which have grown in there over the years. Alright guys, if you look straight ahead of you there, you can see a World War II bunker, and if you look up at the up this side here to that big pile of rocks, that's what they did. They actually, when they blew up the cliff faces around here, all this stonework on the cliff, as you can see, they've actually cladded the bunkers in the stone to camouflage them from the air and from the sea, for any approaching enemy aircraft or planes that were in the vicinity. Hopefully they wouldn't detect them, because they were covered in the stone and camouflaged to the landscape. And what we'll do is we'll go into this one now and we'll take a look inside and see what we can find. You can see all sorts there, big lumps that have been taken away by the sea over the years and dropped away from the bunker. All the blockwork and different stuff they've pushed into it. You see, they've just put all that into the side here to camouflage it. You can see the air vents all the way around, and the old steps that have rusted away now, which used to give you access to go up into the tower there. We'll go inside now and see what we can find. That's an old gun turret there. You can see all the wood framework there where they poured the concrete in to form that, and the gun barrel used to stick through that hole there. And that overlooks the door, which is here, so anyone that was coming to the bunker, anyone that was trying to attack it, they could be shooting at them from there, and probably from the top as well. There's a very, very old light switch, which is looking a bit worse for wear. You still see the plug sockets and the wires, and they used to have a big flap on that with a big rubber seal around it, which would have stopped the water from getting in. And all the different rooms, and look at these big steel hinges on these doors. They're huge, massive big steel hinges, all rotting away. Gives you the creeps in these places, I tell you. And if we go through here now, oh, there's all various types of different rooms. Oh, it's nice and echoey in there. What I'll do in a minute, I'll turn the light on my phone, and we can get some better view. If you walk into here now, you can see this is where this is the gun outlet, which overlooks the bay there, you see. Sorry if it's a bit echoey in here, but that can't be helped. The ceiling up here is a little bit worse for wear as well, but I don't think that's going to go anywhere. It's been here for a few years now, so we haven't got any worries of that. But as you can see, this is the big doorway here, and there's the gun. That's where the gun would have sat there, and that would have been a big roller there, so the gun could have tilted and moved from left to right like that. And look through here, and the gunner can see right away across the bay. So any approaching enemy vessels coming in, they could have a good old shoot at those. If you look along the actual edge of the coast there, you can see there's some more bunkers right over there, and these gun emplacements go right the way around the island, all the way around. We've got a lovely Victorian fort there at the back, which goes onto the big long breakwater there, which I used to work on and do sea defence work on years ago, which is a Victorian build. But the Germans, when they came to the island, they put all their modifications and all their bunkers and gun emplacements all over the place. And we'll go back and we can have a look at some of those on another day. But as you can see, we've got lots of big rock pools out here as well. What I'll do now, I'll put the light on the camera. I'll have to turn it off and turn you back on again. And we'll have a look in some of the rooms, okay? Right, we've got the light on now. That's a bit better. Look at that. Let me zoom that back out again. That's a bit better. Now there, all we've got is one little strange little triangular shaped room, which as you can see has been flooded at some point, because you get some very big storms here. With that window missing there, you'd have had the water coming straight through there, then I'm filling all these rooms up. I've been in this bunker before as a kid, and it's been full of water. You still see the old wooden framework around there. Some of these old bunkers have still got the German writing on them. All the wiring's still up. We go around here, you can see the wiring. We've got some coat hooks up there as well, some World War II coat hooks, all the old wires. And we've got some kind of control panel here as well. You can still see the wires there, where they used to put the wires on and screw the terminals on there. You've got to watch it in these bunkers, because some of the flooring can give way, or it has done over the years. Oh, I just came out of there. There was another party of people just came in for a look after me, and I scared the life out of them. Oh, that was quite funny. Gosh, it's a shame I wasn't filming still, but there you go, there's the bunker we've just been in. You can go right to the top and you can go through there, but I'm going to have to get another torch to go through, because it's quite a complex network of tunnels that goes through there. If you haven't got a light and your phone packs up, you're going to be in the pitch black there, and you won't know which way you're going. So it's a bit of a feel your way out situation, and it can be quite dangerous, as there's a lot of spikes and steel still poking out, so it could be quite dangerous. So I'll need a backup torch for that. Alright guys, just come across another one here, another little pool box as we call them, which is a very, very small bunker, which would have been like a gateway going down into the other bunkers. And these little bunkers are just probably for a couple of guys. As you can see, they've got corrugated for the corrugated roof, which is pretty much as good as the day it was put in here, to be honest. They got a nice wooden surround there where they used to put their stuff. All the wood's still in good contact still. Lots of big spiders. And look at that. We found a little butterfly. I know what type of butterfly this is. It's a peacock. If it opens its wings, it might do. They come in these bunkers to hibernate. There he is. You can open your wings for me? If I put him back on the roof where he was. If we take him outside, you might not have been able to find his way out. And if you look here, you've got the gun racks as well. These are where the guns used to store their rifles. Still got all the wooden framing in. Let's take this little chap outside and see if he wants to warm up. Sometimes they get stuck and they won't... Oh, there he is, look at that. Oh, and there he goes. You'll be better off outside, mate. You can go and find some flowers now and have a drink. Right, let's go up to the top. We get a lot of blue butterflies here as well, little British blues. We just come across another bunker there which has been covered with some kind of succulent plant. And there's butterflies everywhere around here. Right, we'll go up onto the top now. And we should be able to see the harbour. There you go. Now all these bunkers that you see here, they're all interlinked. They've got these little trenches that run through from one to the other. So the guys in there can keep their heads down and obviously not get shot. So you've got these little trenches that run all the way around, and all these little pathways have been kept open by the Wildlife Trust in Alderney. I think it all look like they've been trimmed back, which is nice because visiting people can have a look around and they can go through and reenact wartime scenarios where the kids do. I know we used to when we were kids. A bit blowy up here now, but you can see if you look around on the point there, you can see all the bunkers, the turrets, which they incorporated into the forts. Right up to that one up the top here, which is called the Odeon, which is a massive gun emplacement which had 3 big guns in. And this carries on right the way around the island with little gun emplacements and bunkers all the way around. You can see some more up the hillside there. This was quite a fortified area here, being the harbour entrance. And if we go this way, you can see the bunker that we just came in. I can show you it from the top. There's a nice little sinkhole there which used to have a ladder running down it at one point, but it's been filled up over time. And there's that bunker that we saw that we were inside just before, which was that one there. So you can go right underground through all the tunnels which weave around all the way to the top of there and get into that as well. But we need a torch, like I said before, because it is a bit dangerous. Still dangerous walking around here. You can see the way how well all these things were camouflaged, all kept low. So if you were looking through some binoculars or a scope at sea back towards the land, you would have seen that lump there, but you wouldn't have seen that from behind it. Obviously aerial photographs would have showed that one up, but the one that you're looking at there from the sea was completely camouflaging the one behind, so you wouldn't have seen it. You see the way they've gone around the edge there with the stonework to camouflage that edge, like they have there as well. All cleverly done. You can see there the way they've cut through the stonework, and they've linked up these bunkers together all the way through there, trenched all the way through there, so they can all run around. We'll go down one now. And you can just imagine how low you are here, and you can keep your head down. You can just pop up, have a look around, take a shot at something, and then get back down in this trench and hide. I've got a metal detector at my brother's house. I think we'll get that out and we'll go back and we can look for some World War II relics on another day. We'll go out and find some bullets and different things of that nature, which you can find very easily over here. There's another great example there, where they built an old stone wall there, which looks just like a wall. If you carry on to there, you see, if you were looking from the sea you wouldn't see that, but if you walk this way and turn around, you've got a bunker there, which we can go and have a mooch in. Just a small one, like the one before, with the pigsty shaped ceiling and roof in there. Very echoey as usual. But you do get a very strange sense when you come into these bunkers, you really do, and you think, what happened here? There wasn't a great deal of fighting which happened on this island at all. It was they were getting up to all sorts of mischief over here in the caves and different places. But it does give you an eerie feel. What's that little chap, little silverfish there? Look. They love these damp conditions. I'll leave him alone. We haven't got any more butterflies in here, mind. Got a monster spider nest over there for you arachnophobics. Look at that lot, you wouldn't want to go in there. Oh, there's Mum there actually. There she is, look. And as we speak, she is laying eggs and making a nice little nest. Look at that. I know some of you are shouting now, don't film this rubbish. But some of you might find it interesting. Little glowing eyes, look, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm watching you, girl. Anyway, I'll let you get your little brood together. As you can see, she's going backwards and forwards there. She's putting her little spinnerets over that white egg, so we can see all the little eggs inside, and she's making a nice little purse around them to keep them safe. Very interesting stuff. And you can see all her meals where they're all hanging up, look. It's like something off a Lord of the Rings, old Shelob, hanging up all her victims. All the orcs are hanging up, look. We've got another little chap down there, look. Anyway, I'll leave them to their little carry-on, whatever they're doing. Another rifle rack there. And the letter L. And thousands more silverfish. Yeah, people say, oh Mark, do you get scared going in these bunkers? And to be quite honest with you, no. I don't, because we used to play in these as kids. When we grew up, we used to have dens in these, and so I never felt scared going into them. Not even in the darkest ones. You know, if you got a torch with you and we used to go in, we used to have a good old look around. Lots of history here. Big old blackback seagull there, being noisy as always. Absolutely crystal clear water here in the Channel Islands. It's as clear as gin, look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Very lucky lad I was growing up here, me and my brothers. And I'll definitely move back here one day. There's another big old Victorian fort right at the top there. And if you look around the sides, you can see more bunkers, gun emplacements, all overshadowing the bay, ready for anything to happen. They could all open fire. Anyway guys, I hope you liked that little walk through with the bunkers and stuff. I know it might not be up everyone's street because it's normally an aquatics channel, but we've put a bit of stuff in there where we put a bit of stuff in there with the shrimp and in the pools and different little crabs and things. It's just I thought I'd show you a little bit of the history of where I'm from and what happened here during World War II. And I'll get back to you on the next video and we'll look at some more stuff, whether it be on the beaches or inside the Victorian forts. Got to try and organise the boat and get that out and get some and do some fishing in the boat as well, so you'll get to see some of that. Anyway guys, as always, you're all stars, love you loads, be safe, look after yourselves, and I'll see you on the next edition of Mark's Aquatics / bunkering fishing type channel. Alright guys, look after yourselves, bye for now.
Just me and my guitar.